On Monday, U.S. Treasury Secretary urged the world to buy U.S. assets, but by Friday, the U.S. dollar had fallen by 9%, marking its worst decline since 2008. Why is America begging for investment while its own investors are fleeing the market? Enter John Deere. The agricultural giant's decision to expand operations into Mexico ignited a firestorm between the company and President Trump, revealing a deeper conflict about trade policy, political loyalty, and the future of labor. In June 2025, John Deere confirmed plans to build a new manufacturing facility in Mexico, scheduled to open by 2026. On paper, it looked like a strategic move, but it caused an explosive reaction from Trump. He publicly criticized the company for betraying American workers and threatened to impose a 200% tariff on every Deere product made outside of U.S. borders.
Of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now. If you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything.
The message was clear. If you take jobs out, we'll make sure your products never come back in without paying a political price. Deere's response. For Deere, the decision was based on hard business realities. Manufacturing costs in the U.S. had surged, and labor shortages and congested ports were hurting production. Competing brands like Kubota and Mahindra had already moved operations to Asia, allowing them to produce more affordably. Deere turned to Mexico, where labor costs were 70% lower and production could be faster and more efficient. The $55 million investment in Mexico would help the company meet the rising demand for agricultural equipment, particularly among small to medium-sized farms in Latin America. But for Trump, this was personal.
Into the United States, so that if I win, John Deere is going to be paying a 200%.
He accused Deere of spitting in the face of American workers, using the rhetoric of nationalism to rally his base. The conflict played out in rural America, where Deere products are vital. Some defended Deere's decision as necessary for future growth, while others sided with Trump, framing the move as a betrayal of the American worker. Investor reaction. Despite Trump's fiery rhetoric, investors largely supported Deere's strategy. The company's stock rebounded quickly after an initial dip. Analysts from Bloomberg and Goldman Sachs considered the move smart and necessary. Deere's investment in Mexico wasn't an abandonment of the U.S. It was a way to optimize for a changing global market. In fact, some saw Trump's threats as potentially helping Deere. If tariffs were imposed, they would affect foreign producers more than Deere, which still manufactures the majority of its products in the U.S. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates and content. We've got plenty more coming your way. The bigger picture, automation, and the future of labor. Beyond the fight with Trump, Deere is looking toward the future of agriculture. The company is heavily investing in automation, with autonomous tractors already working U.S. fields. Deere is developing AI systems and drones to monitor crops and pests, allowing farms to be managed more efficiently. This shift towards automation presents a major challenge to Trump's promise to bring back jobs. Even if Deere moved every factory back to the U.S. tomorrow, the jobs wouldn't go to people. They would go to machines. Oxford Economics predicts that by 2030, up to 20 million manufacturing jobs could be lost due to automation. Deere's decision isn't just economic, it's evolutionary, signaling that the future of agriculture isn't tied to geography, it's about technology. The fallout. As this conflict unfolds, the question remains, will voters punish Deere for moving production to Mexico, or will they punish Trump for threatening the very equipment that powers American farms? Deere's move is about adapting to global demand, and while Trump's rhetoric plays well with his base, if Deere's response sets a new precedent, it could signal that business leaders will start making decisions based on data, not political pressure. The world of manufacturing is shifting, and automation is replacing jobs. Politicians and companies alike must adapt to a world where technology, not location, dictates success. What happens next? This fight isn't just about tariffs. It's about the future of American agriculture, labor, and global trade. Will Deere's strategy win out in the end, or will political pressure undermine it? The outcome of this conflict could shape the future of labor and global trade policy for years to come. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Deere made the right decision, or is Trump right to fight back? Like this video if you found it insightful, and subscribe for more updates on global business, trade, and politics.